Good afternoon. Hello. We are back with Death Stranding. Seth's right here, of course. I am currently in the wind farm area, and I gotta reset this page here because it is not showing me as actually streaming, though I know I am because Lonk has been here checking on the stream, making sure we're doing okay. So, yesterday, we went and explored a whole bunch of the lands. I'll show you here. So, how do I... There we go. Okay, so, you can actually see where I've been walking. Apparently walked across a huge amount of the United States somehow, but here's Capital Knot City. We kind of went out through here, and this was our first day where we went to the incinerator. Then we went up through here yesterday to the way station west of Capital City, down to the distribution center. Then we went up here and got stuck trying to access this post box, which we did do. And then we went all the way down here to this post box because this was the right one. And then we went up to the wind farm. It was quite the trick. It was quite the trek, but we did it. We made it. It was kind of difficult though, but we got it. So, I thought today we would start with the data and interviews, and we try to understand what's going on in this world a little. I don't think I'm going to read all of these, but I'll read a good portion of them for now, and then we'll come back to it. So I'll read all of these except for Hartman, because he's got a lot of these, so we'll read the other 5. So, mules and drone syndrome. Bridges' primary objective is to rebuild America, and in order to rebuild, one of our main tasks is to reconnect cities and other settlements by reestablishing a delivery network. Back before the Death Stranding, the comms and delivery networks were what held society together. The whole thing was automated. AI managed deliveries carried out by drone. The belief was that taking people out of the equation would revolutionize the entire system, but things didn't quite pan out that way. Instead, we started seeing cases of what would eventually be dubbed drone syndrome. It was too much for some folks to accept, leaving everything to the machines and nothing to the common man, or for the common man. And indeed, the oxytocin deficiency and hormonal imbalances we confirmed seemed to back up the assessment. Humanity needed to be part of the process, so laws were put in place and we stepped back into the picture again. And then what happened? All the people put out of work by machines who got called up again convinced themselves society couldn't survive without them. And that brought on a whole new disorder. Delivery dependence syndrome, they called it. When the Death Stranding tore us apart, the delivery problem spiraled further. It wasn't helped by any by the fact that the chiral clouds prevented planes and drones from flying, which meant we had to go back to relying completely on human couriers, whether we liked it or not. Eventually, delivering goods became all some lived for. They were obsessed, addicted, consumed by the desire to deliver. Over time, they were turned into the mules we know and love today. Mules are the orange people who keep trying to steal my shit, and I was stealing their shit yesterday. Intrigue, hello! You arrived. You did it. Humanity's biggest problem? Logistics. War and famine have been inescapable parts of human life since the rise of our species. And while the fall of America hasn't changed this fundamental truth, it's fair to say that these issues aren't pressing concerns. Can you remember the last time you heard of a prepper dying of starvation, much less someone in a not city? No one's fighting over water or oil or anything else. Which isn't to say that people don't occasionally run out of supplies, but that's almost never because of a real shortage. It's usually a problem with logistics. In fact, it was to address such problems that the president created Bridges and developed the chiral network. So yeah, no one's that desperate. Everybody's got enough for themselves, which is what's led to the real problem. It's all too easy for people to become isolated from one another and eventually forget that others even exist. People are free to live for themselves for the moment, without a care for the future. The president understood this better than anyone, and I know just how much it pained her. I don't think they have no care for the future, though. That doesn't make any sense. it feels like all of these people have a care for the future. Look, I'm kind of new here at Bridges, so I don't know if any of this will be useful to you. Still, I'm happy to talk about BBs, if that's what you want. They call me Deadman, on account of my familiarity with the dead. Get it? We've always been on good terms, you see. Used to have regular little chats back when I worked in the morgue. Anyway, that's also the reason I work on BB maintenance and research, to learn more about those who are no longer with us. But I digress. Fact is, BBs were already being issued to our forces in the field before I joined Bridges. What's more, research into the little guys had already been conducted long, long ago, but no one took the plunge and put what they discovered to practical use. Still, what that did mean is that when Bridges wanted to build our own BBs, most of the work had already been done for us. We just needed to follow the instruction manual, so to speak. Which isn't to say that we have any idea how they work. Not how they can detect BTs or how they can connect this world to the other side. We still have much to learn about our little friends. But one thing is certain. Their continued study will lead to us greater understanding of the Stranding and of life and death itself. That much I can assure you. Well, I think that's about all I can tell you today. Hopefully I'll have something new to share with you next time we chew the fat. See you around, I guess. Okay, so we're going to skip through all this here for now. We'll come back and read that after. Alright, the chiral network 1. So, the core infrastructure is complete. The basic Cupid-ready chiral network setup is ready to go, or is good to go. Now all we have to do is connect Central Knot City to Capital and prove that it actually works. Sadly, I won't be here to see it. I've been assigned to the expedition team's second group, so I'll be heading west with the others. But the people in charge here are the best of the best. They'll have the network operational inside of 3 years as planned. I'm sure of it. And while they're seeing to that, we'll be visiting towns and whatnot across the country and putting the facilities in place for when things are finally up and running. Amelie and the others in the lead group will be forging the connections and laying the groundwork to make sure everything goes to plan. Afterwards, we'll just need to link it all up again with the operational Cupids. And that should be that. Huh. It's kind of like the Apollo missions back in the day. They used a 3-stage rocket to get to the moon, right? Well, we're using a 3-stage process to do something almost as revolutionary. And 2 years ago, distribution center west of Capital Knot City. Okay. It's been about a year now since we came here with the rear guard. The first folks through did us the favor of setting up the chiral relay and patching things up before we arrived. So we're doing alright. Not so sure about everyone else though. Folks back home sound kind of freaked out. We don't know what's going on in Central or Capital, let alone how Amelie and the others who kept heading west are doing, but something doesn't feel right. It's more... A lot of guys have developed some kind of agoraphobia. Like the thought alone of going outside scares the shit out of them. That's not agoraphobia, that's... Okay, anyway. See, the distro centers and way stations around these parts here aren't like the ones back east. They're much more isolated. Out in the middle of nowhere. Can't help but feel cut off from the world. And there's not a lot of stuff on hand either. Which means you often have to do the work of two guys, which can make it much lonelier too. And then you factor in the terrorism rumors. Also, is it just me, or does it feel like there's more mules out there these days? Don't get me wrong, I know they're not out to get us. All they want is our cargo, right? Well, that doesn't change the fact that they're not making our work any easier. Especially since a lot of these guys used to be first-rate porters. And could run things around us if they hadn't, Still, for now, the network systems are up and running, and we're just holding out for the day when the second expedition comes through with a working Cupid. Till then, we'll keep... There you go. Till then, we'll keep things chugging along. That much we can do for Bridges and country, am I right? Okay, so that's all we're going to read for now. We'll do the others when we get to Port City, but for now, we have some side deliveries that we can make. Alright, so this one, they want metals delivered where? Does it say where yet? Oh, they want us to take those all the way to Capital Knot City. And this one wants us to take us to the way station west of Capital Knot City. Okay. And this one wants to go to this. Okay, so here's what we'll do. There you go. No, we'll do it. I'll pick it up. I already got enough of this stuff for now, I think. Anyway, Wintrig, how you doing?
Order assigned.
Okay, so... And these gotta go there anyway, so we're gonna grab this as well. Deliver resin stored in the wind farm to the distribution center west of Capital Knot City. Try to deliver every single container if at all possible. The more materials the facility has available, the greater the variety of items it will be able to produce the car printer. Well, I'm trying to be productive today. What are you planning to do for your productivity? You gonna play some Overwatch? Get into comp? You gonna draw me a new background? Alright, this is gonna be fun. We got so much shit on our back now. Alright.
Hey, be careful on your way back.
Alright. What is wrong with the baby? Oh shit, hang on. Check out.
It's okay. It's alright.
Oh yeah, I just noticed you can do something. Hang on. Baby looks happy, that's fine. Check this out.
It's all good. It's all good.
You can shake it. Look at that. Alright.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Okay, so the basic thing here is that I need to drink some Monster. It didn't help my stamina at all. There's a bridge right up there now, though.
I'm Sam!
So many people are actually playing this, though. Like, look at all the stuff people are like, leaving behind. I'm not sure what any of it is. There are handprints there. That's something we haven't seen in a while either, is the handprints. Winchake, have you ever considered that maybe we're in the afterlife right now? Like this is the afterlife, and that we've lived our lives and died already? Grandpa returns! Hello! Alright, that's about all I can carry.
Thanks for the help.
There should be a mailbox just up here. Alright, there should be a mailbox just up here that I can deliver that with. Yeah, there, it's right there. This one's level 2. So she got someone here to... Anyway. We'll take that. And... What do we got? See the Vinci? Look, I'm a skilled handler. I'm the best at this game. Oh shit, I got 2 levels in the bridge link. Cool. I still don't know how to upgrade the delivery time.
The paths we walk become roads, Sam. See the tracks you left behind? They tell a story. If you were a spy on a mission, you'd have failed. But you're not. So be proud of those tracks. They're proof that you exist.
So McCusey!
Think that proof.
Hello.
Let people know you're out there. Give them the courage to come together again. As you expand the network and aid your fellow Americans, you strengthen the bonds between us all and blaze a trail for them to follow.
Oh man, these ladders are super helpful. I don't even need to do anything. Okay, that was unfortunate. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Oh, somebody else was going through that as I was.
Anybody hear me?
Yeah, somebody else was going through there as I was, because you could see them actually, the like actually go up at the same time. I see something, the like just went up again. So either it auto gives me a like, or... Is this my rope? This might be my rope. Oh no, it's not. Although I did have one. Okay. Anyway, Grandpa returns. So McKizzy, how's your day treating you? What you been up to today? So this is a very windy valley. Oh, we got more music. You just clip something? Was it me falling into the piss? I won't be able to watch that right now. Post it in Discord and I'll watch it after. So Wintrick, honest opinion at this point. We've been playing this for 3 days now? I can't. It's all I see is naughty, high-risk pissing. I'm glad somebody went back and clipped that. That was classic. Like I said last night, if that was how I had to die, I'm glad that was it. I kept thinking that's my stamina, but that's my footwear durability. Yeah, high risk. I risked it. So I get where some of the critics are coming from. I wish there was a little more to it than just delivery, but So far, the story has intrigued me enough that I don't really care too much. I don't mind that aspect of it. The world's very pretty. And I noticed something going through one of the fields the other day, or while looking at my recordings, that I didn't actually pay much attention to. Though I did mention it on stream, but not to the degree that I should have. And I gotta pay better attention when I'm going through so I can call these things out. You really want to know about the big sci-fi stuff? Me too. Selma, I'm glad you like that. Yeah, it's not like the delivery stuff is just like, here, pick up a package, go. It's interactive, so it's not bad. Like, I get why people want a little more in terms of gameplay, but honestly, the story here is what has me more intrigued than the gameplay, which is usual. The fellow player stuff's pretty nice too. It's.
Hey Sam, you could probably get that bike running again if you charged it with a generator. Why not give it a try?
I could, but you know what the problem with it? That bike looks like it's in horrible condition. Somebody left it out in the rain.
Hello?
It's like a whole bunch of people that are just pissing here, like. Bannon. Yeah, I kinda wish we could,
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter.
yeah, Mushroom sent us on up for people who are pissed. Faye Eighteenos, hello! Thank you for the resub. Can we get some slimes in the chat for Faye? Welcome back, my friend. Your streak reset? Hey, nothing wrong with that, my friend. We're happy that you're even supporting it all. Slime, slime, slime. Yeah, slime bow. If the bike is left out in the rain, it goes bad. Yeah, so, Grandpa, the rain in this game isn't your typical rain. When it touches things, it makes those things age. I did. Right? So, I guess the motorbikes are not made from the same material as your clothes, because the clothes are made from it. That last picture is MearoGasm.
You brought this from the wind farm? I can't imagine what a chore that must have been. Thank you. Wow. Don't do things by halves, do you? Hard to believe one man could bring in a hole this big. Then again, you are a legend.
Yeah, I got 46 likes for that. It was 0% damage. Even though I fell over at one point. Wow, that's like 1,000 meters apparently. Oh, bridges have provided the following sound data. Anything you need. The sound data can be listened to in your private room. To use it for a structure, gain access to a level 2 or higher structure. Oh, okay. That's cool. New delivery route. Difference between new route and shortest route. Benjamin Hancock. Connection level increased. New interview data. Okay, well, we'll read those later. Some of the facility's bandwidth. Cool. Only got 6 likes for it being at 0%. Rude. Everyday delivery. I did it. Okay. Cargo condition is getting huge bonuses this time. Oh man, we went up to level 9 from that. I'm eager to see what cargo condition upgrades to.
I don't know anyone who's done more to bring people together and get them back on their feet. It's hard to believe you're just one guy.
There you go.
Can't help wondering if the Great Deliverer isn't actually a small army. Because it sure seems like whenever someone's in trouble, you're there to lend a hand. It's enough to make me think you just might make it all the way to the coast. Good luck out there. I'll be rooting for you.
I think my favorite thing in this game.
New order available.
I think my favorite thing in this game is how shit. Is how Sam is a porter, right? Like a delivery man. Okay? And people are like, shit, the mule stole stuff. Who better to go get it than you?
Good morning, Sam.
Do I have any new figures? No, I don't. Okay, we gotta drink a Monster Energy drink. Let's drink in solidarity, buddy. Excellent. It's the whole Wintry. Look at this. Not only is it the whole label, like if you zoom in, you can read all of that. Oh, they probably have all the nutritional bits on there too. Oh, you can't really get away with anything other than this, so we gotta do this. All that Monster Energy. Monster Piss, yes! Ugh, my piss is green. It's like Shrek's piss. I'm not about to work and I want an energy drink.
Grenade number 0.
I should probably pick up those grenades, eh? How's the BB doing? Alright. I was wondering, like, these things don't grow? Like, what's going on with that? So yeah, these outfits here that the delivery people wear, they, apparently I can only change the color scheme of my glasses. That's not very good. Anyway, yeah, these outfits here are made of a special material that is resistant to the time fall. Apparently, they can't make anything else out of it, though. All right, let's read our email and then we'll go. Alright. The meaning of chirality. Sorry, dear Sam, sorry you had to go through the trouble chasing down that part for us, but believe me, you've done us a great service. Thanks to you, our chiral printer's finally up and running. Didn't think it would ever happen if I'm honest, but it did, and now we don't have to rely on porters as much as before. We can make a lot of what we require out of our printer. And if we need intel on the outside world, it's right there at our fingertips. On behalf of myself and everybody else here at the Distro Center, thanks. None of this would have been possible without you. Funny story. The other day I was using the network to read up on the chiral and where it comes from. Turns out it's Greek. Means hand. But if you didn't know that... But you didn't know that, did you? I didn't. The text went out about how your right hand is a mirror image of your left. But only if you put your palms together. And if you point them away and lay one hand on top of the other, well, that's chirality. That's how I understood it anyhow. What it's got to do with the network, I'm not really sure. Somehow, something about routing our communications through the beach, which is basically another world like ours, but not really. So when you force elements of the two into contact, that triggers a void out. Anyway, all I know is that while I hope you keep on doing what you're doing to bring us together, you best leave the dead out of it, you hear? You wonder if you travel coast to coast? I think that's the goal. Why do you have a whale there? Jake Wind. Dear Sam, I wonder where you are right now. If it's somewhere powered by our wind farm, if anyone should be benefiting from our work, it's you. Until you brought us into the network, we could only provide power to a small region. Now we can send it to all the big cities and beyond. I'm still not 100% on the details, but basically... Hang on, I need my phone here in case somebody knocks. But basically, transmitting it via the beach means we don't suffer any additional loss due to increased distances, so it can go as far as we need it to. Good thing we keep the faith in the second expedition and keep this place properly maintained. You made our efforts worthwhile. We can't thank you enough. Piss strips, that sounds way grosser. Cargo quantity and your porter grades. Wintry, keep showing that to people. I like it. It's one of my proudest moments. How are your porter date grades these days, Sam? I'm sure you're aware that trying to account for all 5 factors is the basic premise, but if you're anything like me, you want to deliver as much stuff as you can, am I right? If so, you could always just load yourself up with a massive haul and aim for a bridges bonus for total cargo weight. Nothing wrong with the simple approach. Of course, the good old days was easier. Roads were much better back then, so all you had to do was chuck all your stuff in the back of a truck and go for a drive. Can't do that now, though. Even if you've got a truck, they're usually more trouble than they're worth. Hell, sometimes you'll even see them sitting on the side of the road, locked and abandoned. Anyway, on the bright side, since lugging big boatloads of cargo is so hard these days, folks are really grateful when a porter manages it, hence the bonuses. Here at the Distro Center, for example, we have to make sure we've got plenty of food and materials in stock, which means we have to make every delivery count. I dread to think what would happen if we ran out of supplies. Well, I've said my piece. And now you know how to make yourself popular around these parts. Stack your cargo high. Okay. We did it. Let us continue. I got likes from Jake Wind. Alright, we're gonna recycle, where is it? There it is. There we go. Necessary drinks a monster. I do. I'm playing Death Stranding. I gotta keep it up. I keep going with it. I got a space heater on the way too, because it is surprisingly cold here. Billy!
Thank you for your continued support.
Bailey's up on the top of her cat tree. She doesn't normally go up there in the winter. Oh, wind streak. So last night I woke up and, or this morning, sorry, I woke up and Bailey, I was like, I moved my legs and I don't feel her there. Normally she sleeps like on my legs. I'm like, what the heck? And I go to turn slightly and she's wedged right behind my back with like the lower half of her body under the covers as well. It was pretty adorable. Alright, let's do this mission. And this mission. It was pretty cute. Well. Alright, we're good to go. You have a mini heater and you've been complaining yourself it's cold at your desk? Yeah, that's what I bought, was a mini heater, sort of.
Thank you for your contribution.
Alright. Give me a quick sec here, guys. We are going to